city of San Diego is committed to keeping people on the roads alive, including cyclists and pedestrians, with a plan called Vision Zero. But already this year, 23 people have been killed in traffic-related incidents in the city. CBS 8's Brian White is working for you to see if the safety plan is making a difference.
Vision Zero is the concept that traffic-related fatalities, whether you're in a car or on a bike or on foot, are preventable through the way we design our roads and intersections. And for those who've lost loved ones in this way, the pain is indescribable.
He was one of the most passionate, full-of-life people I've ever met.
Laura Keenan reminiscing about her husband Matthew, an avid cyclist who was killed more than a year ago at the age of 42 while riding his bike at night in Mission Valley.
I remember him saying, "Okay, bye, I'll see you later," and I looked up and said, "Okay, bye," and that was the last time I ever saw him alive.
The next morning, Laura received a call that would change her life. It was the medical examiner's office with news of Matt's death.
I didn't know a pain like this existed until he was killed. Pain is not the right word.
Laura says day-to-day life has been extremely hard being a single parent raising their son Evan, who's almost 3 now. But she's turned her pain into advocacy.
Those moments were the worst moments of my life, and I never want anybody to have to experience that pain.
She formed a local chapter of the nonprofit Families for Safe Streets San Diego and has been advocating for Vision Zero improvements ever since.
No loss of life is acceptable. Every loss of life is a tragedy.
Colin Parent is CEO and General Counsel for Circulate San Diego. They've been a huge catalyst for change.
We're starting to see some progress, but it's also true that we're not anywhere close to where we need to be.
San Diego adopted Vision Zero in 2015 with the goal of bringing traffic deaths to 0 by 2025. But so far, there's cause for concern as fatalities are on a sharp rise. We saw a low of 33 total deaths in 2017, but we've more than doubled that in each of the past couple of years.
With 69 people dying last year, we have to do more.
Jared Wilson is president of the San Diego Police Officers Association, and he says over the past 5 years, traffic enforcement has been cut in half due to low staffing and high turnover of police officers.
We know that we see an officer on the street who's out conducting traffic enforcement, people slow down. People make those full and complete stops at stop signs.
He says in order for Vision Zero to really succeed, traffic enforcement needs to be a key component.
I know no one likes getting a traffic ticket, and no one likes being pulled over and warned not to do it, but it does save lives.
This intersection at University and 52nd Street in City Heights was identified as one of the most dangerous intersections by Circulate San Diego in 2018. And since then, the city's made vast improvements here.
So what we have here is these continental crosswalks. They have these big, bold white lines. And as we're walking across, you can see that there's a countdown timer, and that's giving us an indication about how much time we have left to cross.
Other safety measures around the city include flashing beacons at crosswalks and no right turn blankout signs, alerting drivers when people are crossing the street. And roundabouts have been effective at slowing traffic at intersections.
That keeps speeds low, and whenever there is a crash, they're typically low speed, they're typically at softer angles rather than T-bone crashes.
Everett Hauser with the city's transportation department tells me they took an unconventional approach with this new roundabout on Morleyfield Drive, using prefabricated materials. Installation only took about 2 weeks when normally it would take many years.
People's lives are on the line, so we work to make those corrections every day so it doesn't happen again.
The city's new 10-person quick build STAT team began working last year to implement quicker upgrades with cost-effective materials, like these flexible bollards used for separated bike lanes.
Let's not take 10 years to design some improvement for our streets. Let's do something quick, easy, affordable, and let's do it today.
Since 2015, the city has invested $203 million in Vision Zero projects, with nearly $29 million this fiscal year alone.
We also have to be reminded that the job is not done, that there still are people who are getting hurt on our streets. The streets aren't as safe as people want them to be.
While next year's proposed budget funds a number of Vision Zero related projects, Circulate San Diego and their coalition partners say it's not enough. They've been asking for specific improvements that so far have not been addressed.
It feels personal. I know it's not personal. Matt deserves better. You know, his life is important, as is everybody else's life who's been killed in traffic collisions.
In San Diego, Brian White,